Hi, everyone, and welcome to week 1 of SED 391. This week is an asynchronous session, so you'll be working through the materials independently, but I wanted to take a few minutes to walk you through what to expect and to help you get started. This week introduces the legal and procedural foundations of special education eligibility. You'll begin building the knowledge and needed information to determine whether a student qualifies for special education services and how that process connects to the development of the present levels of academic achievement and functional performance. You'll see this referred to as the PLAF at the federal level and the PLATF in Illinois. These terms essentially mean the same thing, and you're often going to see that they are used interchangeably. I want to name that up front so it doesn't feel confusing as you're moving through the materials. You're likely going to see both of these used throughout your coursework and in practice. By the end of this week, you should be able to do the following towards our lesson objectives. You should be able to explain the purpose of eligibility determination in special education, identify the key components of the eligibility process, describe the role of the PLAF and the IEP process, and analyze how student data informs eligibility decisions and present levels. To get started, you're going to want to go through the module materials in order. So first, you will access the lecture on eligibility, and then you are going to look into the what and why of the present levels of academic achievement and functional performance, and then you're going to the PLAF assignment overview and resources. This second piece here does require that you sign up for something, so I'm going to walk you through that step and show you what it is that you'll need to do. All you need to do first, though, is click on the link and it will take you to the page, and I'll show you what to do next. All right, once you click on that link, you're going to come to this page, the what and why of present levels of academic achievement and functional performance, also known as the PLAF statement. So here you'll see there's some information about this, but where you're really going to want to go is here where it says go to the online course. So once you click on that, there will be a place for you to enter a username and password, but you don't have that yet. So what you're going to do is go to create new account. And then there will be a spot where you will enter a username. You make up the username. Just make sure that you follow the directions here of at least 8 characters, and then of course one of those special ones and all of those things. You'll come up with your password, email address, your email again, then you'll include your first, last name, and some geographical information, and then informed consent, and then you say that you are not a robot. Then you're going to create your new account. Now, what I did want to show you is that then you will receive an email that will come through that they are just letting you know, hey, I have done this account, yes, and then you have to confirm that you are indeed that person before it will let you move forward. So once you have done that and then you click back into the course, just wanted to show you a little overview of what that will look like. So this happens to be a little bit of a different one that I was working through, but just wanted to show you very similar to how this will work. So we'll start off with the course overview again, and it will show you all of the pieces that are available. And then if you are going into the actual, let me log in. Once you enter your password, then the course comes up and then you will hit enter to get into the course. And then there will be a video. It shows you about how long each of those sections are. You would hit play and then it would take you through. Couple of other things to show you as you're going through. There'll be some check for understanding questions that they'll ask you throughout. They do for each of these also offer a note-taking piece that again gives the learning outcomes and some additional information that might be helpful to you. And then at the end, when you are complete, there is a course completion certificate. And when you have completed and gone through everything, then it will theoretically show you, let's see, we'll try one more time. All right, let's try that again. Course completion certificate, we'll say view certificate. And then here you will see that the course completion certificate was there. You can share it, you can download it. You can also take a screen grab of this by doing a screenshot. All of those things will be appropriate. And then we'll go back over to week 1 and take a look at the assignments. So the next set of module materials that you will want to encounter are the assignment overview and resources. So when you click on that, will take you to a page that gives you an overview of the activity that you're going to be doing for James, who's a first grade student. Here are the different data sources that you are going to use to help understand the information so you can develop a PLAF. So you're going to look at a parent communication log. There are some DIBELS assessment scores, math assessment data, some parent input, and then a case study narrative that gives some background information about James. We understand that not everyone works in a special education academic setting, so some of this information like DIBELS and math assessment data may be something that's new to you, and that's okay. We just want for you to give it a try. But if you are unfamiliar with DIBELS, there is a resource linked here that you can review and see if you can figure out how that student is performing on their DIBELS assessment. Then what you are going to do is use this assignment guide here to help you complete your submission. And you're going to fill out the information that you know, considering their strengths, needs, present levels, what is facilitating or inhibiting learning, and then any supports that you think. And then if you think there's some additional information that you need to include, then you would include that as well. I'll show you how you go back and go to the modules. That's kind of the area where it's kind of our home base. And we're back in week 1. Then when it's time for you to submit that assignment, you'll submit that PLAF assignment that we just looked at right here. So when you click on it, it will take you right to the assignment page where you're able to submit that. This week, you'll also see a few other things that you will be working on. So after you have done that lecture on eligibility, there is an eligibility quiz that you will take, and then there is also an IEP self-assessment quiz that you'll take. This is more of a formative assessment for your instructors, just to understand how much you know already about the IEP process, and any questions that you might have so that they can help to guide instruction around that. Currently, there are no due dates here. Since this class is taught multiple times across the week, your instructor will put in your specific due dates and information for the course for you for this semester. If you have questions, do reach out to your instructor, but make sure that you get started on this week's assignments right away so that you have plenty of time to complete everything and are prepared for week 2, which is your first synchronous session. And that is going to be probably the most intensive of the weeks. A lot of content is going to be covered in week 2. So just make sure that you kind of mentally prepare for that as you are ready to get a little more into eligibility and the IEP paperwork.